Oh, okay. Yes, you can see.
Friends, and welcome to the Spiritual Side of Virginia. As always, it's so good to be together with you here today. We are going to start by reading a message from the book Happy Life by the Spirit Joana de Angelis through the mediumship of Divaldo Franco, and to really feel the message in our hearts that the mentors have so kindly prepared for us. We are going to project here so we can you can look at it and see it together. So the message today is about time, friends. And it says, time marches on. An overlooked chance is lost for good. Once time and wind passes, they never return. Taking advantage of every opportunity for inner growth is a blessing that will set you free. And he finalizes, friends, saying, stay vigilant so as to put all your time to good use.
It's about time. The message is about time. It's about time to pray, right? Why do we pray again? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so why? Why do we pray, huh? Doesn't God know everything? Do we have to pray? Well, God does his share, but we need to do our share, right? It's like when we would like our parents to talk to us, and we would like to talk to our parents so they listen to us. This is so idle. The more we pray, the happier we'll be. Jesus recommended, watch and pray. Watch what? Reels? No. He mentioned watch. Netflix? Prime Video? Stray Kids? No. He said watch your thoughts, your feelings, your words, your actions. He's asking us to observe and ask for help. So let us do it together. When we do it together, it's much, much better. Shall we, friends? Let us visualize Master Jesus with us. Master Jesus, daily when we see your face smiling to us in encouragement, your arms embracing us, emanating your loving light, we rejoice. In gratitude for the gift of existing, of being in this planet, which is a school for us. for so much learning, endless learning. We're tired of being bad students and facing the sad consequences. We want to strive to manage our time better, more wisely, feeling with you, observing you, and following your instructions. You know we need your help, your loving care, to diminish our pains and sorrows. We visualize our loved ones feeling your presence and being encouraged to do the good. We also visualize those who have their names in the book of prayer, receiving the visit of your loving and kind messengers. And as for us, we are certain of your guidance. We feel your protection as you kindly grant us the permission to be here today. And so be it. Okay. This is, thank you, Tony. Before Labor Day, next Sunday, we're going to have an internal meeting, so we won't be here, all of us. But the following one will be together, and we're going to start the lessons for the kids and the teens. Yay, hooray. Who wants it? Yay, Lucy does. Camilo does too. I can see his invisible hand raising up. Yes, did you say yes? Julia, yay. Julia, yay. Lucia, yay. I know. Oh, Virginia. Sophia, I forgot about Virginia. Virginia's there too. Right? And I can see Taylor and I over there too. So be ready. It's going to be fun. The first days, fun activities, huh? Because Spiritism is fun too. And now we're going to have a lesson together. It's a family moment, huh? To talk about, ta-da, time that will lead us to Living Coherence. Oh my gosh. Carol, I'll pass over to you, but I have to ask this question. Yeah. Big words, huh? Coherence. What does that mean? Who knows the answer? Coherence means you're going to receive a brigadeiro for this at the end. What is coherence? Coherence? Yeah, right. What's coherence? See? Coherence means, let's say I am a physician and I tell my patients, look, you need to drink water to be well, right? But then I go home and I don't drink water. Is that coherent? Is that coherent, Virginia? Is that coherent what I said? What did I say, right? I know. Okay, again. So I am a physician and I tell my patients, drink water. It's good for your health. But then when I, as a physician, go home, I don't drink water. Is that coherent? So what does coherence mean? Walk the talk. We need to walk the talk. I can't expect to be happy smoking. That's not coherent. I want to be happy and I am drinking alcohol. Water's fine. Alcohol is not fine. I can't expect to get my A's at school if I don't go home and I don't love my homework. We got what coherence is, right? So Carol's going to tell us more. What happens when we live coherently? Carol. Yes. I want to know. Share, please share. Share, share.
Oops, I touched share. Tá muito suave.
And we have a stand here for later to bring it up. I don't know.
Okay, so if I spend hours on my phone, can I expect not to have neck pain? No, that's not coherent, right? So let us begin from the beginning, friends. Makes sense, right? Let us look at a definition of coherence, since this is what we are going to talk about today, shall we? Coherence means to align our thoughts, feelings, actions, and words. So, for example, if I am smiling here and I'm thinking, oh my God, why do I have to be here? I'm so tired. I'm hungry. I want to have brunch next to my house because there's a beautiful restaurant there. I don't want to be here. But outwardly, I'm like, hello, friends. Am I being coherent?
No.
No, because my thoughts are in the restaurant next to my apartment. My stomach is thinking of the frittata. My head is saying I don't want to be here. And on the outside, I'm all smiles. So, trouble, red alert. I am not bringing together my thoughts, my feelings, and my actions. I am fragmented all over the place, like Lego pieces that are everywhere. If we leave the Lego pieces everywhere, we cannot have a coherent piece, right? So if I am fragmented, I am attracting spirits that are feeling the same way. So I'm here talking and the spirits are saying, yeah, let's go eat. Forget about spiritism. Oh, you need to relax. See, so when I don't align my thoughts, my feelings, my actions with my words, I attract spirits that also feel the same way that I do. So this is why it's important for us to be truthful. I know the truth is not always easy to handle, but the truth is our best medicine for all of us. There's more. Is it possible to reach coherence? Yes, it is. At every moment of our day. How? I have to know myself. And I have to choose to be truthful, to be present, to be mindful. It's a daily choice, minute by minute. And why is it important to be truthful, to be one with my feelings, thoughts, actions, and words, not to be fragmented all over the place? Because this will bring me peace of mind. Going back to our example, if I keep thinking of the restaurant, I will be conflicted because I'll be telling myself, no, now it's not the time to be at the restaurant, but I want to be at the restaurant, but now it's not the time. So I'm in a conflict, I'm in a war inside of myself. Can I have peace this way? Impossible. This is why being one with ourselves is important. And coherence leads us to consistency, to security, to being able to acquire new habits for good. And who says this? Our beloved mentor Joseph, one of the spirit directors of the Spiritual Society of Virginia, through our dear Vanessa. He's dictated this message in a mediumistic meeting on May 28th, 2012 at the Spiritual Society of Baltimore. And we have that message framed at the Kardec Radio Studio to remind us each and every day of the importance of living coherently. But now that we know why this is important, Master Jesus has more to tell us. Master Jesus is our number one teacher, and he is here today through the book Jesus in the Home, which is a compilation of real accounts of Master Jesus' life, through the spirit Neo Lucio, who was able to watch Master Jesus' encounters in the spiritual realm. He is bringing to us a lesson about time. Why is time important? Because depending on how we utilize our time, we can be mindful of the opportunities for growth. We can either be destructive or constructive, according to the use of our time. So let us learn together with Master Jesus, since he is the Master. Thank you, Vanessa.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay. So Master Jesus had meetings with the disciples daily. And in one of these meetings, the disciples asked, Master, what is the most appropriate way to act before God? Good question. We all want to know. So Master Jesus, tell us, please. Because he is a brilliant teacher, Master Jesus shared a story because he knew within the story we would be able to better remember the lesson. So we are going to hear the story now together. Okay, Master Jesus said, there was a father who wanted his children to become understanding, loving, and wise. If we are parents, educators, grandparents, do we want our children to become understanding, loving, and wise? Yes, check, 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 right? So Master Jesus is right. And he's got the way. He's teaching us all the way. How do we get there? We need, according to Master Jesus, to focus on education and work. So Master Jesus said, with this in mind, the father told the many children to go and work on the father's fields, the many fields that the father had. What happened next? The children, most of them, wasted their time, wasted their sweet time. How so? They spend hours, days, weeks, months planning shortcuts. How about if we start from here? No, from here. No, from there. If we start from that corner, we will save our energy. Come on, guys. And they could not agree. So because they could not agree, what happened next? According to Master Jesus, they argued and argued and argued and argued with each other because they couldn't agree on the shortcut that they wanted to take. Because they argued and argued and argued and argued with each other, what happened next? They spent so much time talking and talking and talking and talking that they didn't get any work done. Zero. So then, as a result, because of all the time they wasted, pollutants came down from the mountain and their lands were destroyed by both pollutants and insects. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. There was only one son out of all of them. It was a big family. Only one of the sons decided to do what the father asked. The father said, go and work the land. So the land becomes more productive. Only one out of the many sons listened and decided to be productive and actually work. Which son do we identify with? That's our first question. Let us think about this. Where do we fall? The sons that talk, 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 and do nothing? Or the one son that actually does the work? Master Jesus finalizes this story in the following way. He says, when we give in to laziness, we may become addicted to talking. Uh-oh. What does laziness look like on our daily lives? For example, yesterday was Saturday. Because it's Saturday, if I decide to take my phone and scroll for hours, I'm being lazy because I am doing nothing useful. How do I know if I'm doing something useful? Am I learning the new? Not really. Am I helping someone? Not really. Am I helping myself? No way. What does that mean? That equals laziness. So if I give in to laziness, I may become addicted to talking. Because the people who don't like working like giving their opinions, like criticizing, like talking about beautiful plans that exist in their minds. For example, I want to save the world, so I'm going to build a hospital in Africa. Right? How many times did we hear this? And we spend years, 10 years go by, 15 years go by. Did you build a hospital? No. Did you volunteer in a hospital? No. Did you send medicine to those who need it? No. Did you help your family member who had a headache? No. But I still have the vision of the hospital in Africa. Dear friends, good news, or rather bad news to us. This is called laziness. Those who like to work, says Master Jesus, talk less and do more. So question for us, how much time do we spend talking? Talking about volunteering in the Spirit Center, talking about helping, asking to help, but when the opportunity presents itself, we say, oh no, not today. Not today, not today, because today I have to go have my brunch. Not today, because my friends are waiting for me. Not today, because there's this sale in my favorite store, I cannot miss it. Not today, today is the farmer's market. Not today, I planned a trip. Not today, my favorite concert is coming to town. Not today, but not today, but not today. This is called spiritual laziness, because those who have learned to really work, like Master Jesus said, will never regret talking less and doing more to help everyone that crosses their pathway. Everyone that crosses their pathway. If we are still at a stage where we are selective, we say to ourselves, oh, I helped this and that person, 3 people, because they will help me in return. So I calculate exactly who I'm going to talk to because I know they can give me something in return. Is that coherent? No, because I say I am helping, but in fact I'm not focusing on the other person. I am focusing only on myself. So I'm being selfish. How do we know if we are wasting our reincarnatory time? Because all of us have reincarnated with a beautiful plan to progress spiritually. And the plan is there, and all of us who are in this room, dear friends, we guarantee you, ourselves included, okay? We were prepared. There was a group of loving spirits who, out of mercy, prepared opportunities for us to progress spiritually. So, how do we know if we are wasting time? If we are meeting the goals of our reincarnatory plan or not? Let us think together. If we prioritize the horizontal line of our lives, meaning the material goals of our lives, very likely we are missing the boat on our reincarnatory plan. But we need to identify this horizontal, material, passing goals. Why do we say passing? Because they are not eternal. We will not take them with us. Once we discarnate, they will stay here. They will add nothing to our spiritual growth. And what are they? For example, gossiping. Since Master Jesus said, we will never regret talking less and doing more. Gossiping is a venue where we talk more. And we talk more in a way where we criticize others. We put others down behind their back even. So when we speak, friends, we are emanating living ectoplasm, energy. And when we speak ill of others, we are emanating poison, energetically speaking. And we are the first ones to swallow the poison. So we swallow the poison, we poison ourselves, and then we spread it to others. In another life, we may have this poison here on our paraspiritual body. And as a result, when we reincarnate, this poisonous area will be damaged, physically speaking. Why? Because we created this for ourselves. So we may have trouble speaking when we reincarnate. I personally know many that are in this situation because I used to volunteer at a place where people with cerebral palsy, severe cerebral palsy live. And they are completely unable to speak. They had to use a machine that synthesized speech for them. Why? This is the reason. Friends, we're not generalizing, but this could be one of the reasons. So when we speak, what are we emitting? What are we first giving to ourselves, and what are we emitting to others? If our words are sarcastic, ironic, if our words are hurtful, we are poisoning ourselves. It is our choice to poison ourselves or to heal ourselves. Master Jesus came to teach us to heal ourselves, but he gives us a choice every day to follow him or not. It is our choice. So let us meditate upon whether we are being constructive or destructive with our words, knowing that we are the first ones to receive the consequences of our own actions. How about planning vacations? Have we reincarnated to plan a vacation? Some of us believe reincarnation is a vacation. Mamma mia! Imagine if Master Jesus, it makes us laugh just thinking about it. Imagine if Master Jesus 2,000 years ago said to all the people that were suffering, "Excuse me, I have planned a vacation to Pompeii. Cannot come to you, sorry. I have spas that I need to attend in Pompeii." Can we imagine Master Jesus saying this? No, we can't. Because he is the model explaining to us that reincarnation is not a vacation. If we think reincarnation is a vacation, we are missing the boat like we have done many lifetimes. We can run away, friends, from our reincarnatory plan as much as we want, but the void that we feel inside will not disappear. And sooner or later, we will be faced with ourselves. And the question for us is, can we handle the truth? Can we handle facing ourselves? That is the question. Also, another good one, obsessing with physical appearance. We know people who have spent their entire savings, we are not exaggerating, we wish we were, but we are not, who have spent their entire savings and put another mortgage in their home because they wanted to do plastic surgery. Mamma mia! Good that they feel good about themselves, good. But is that lasting? Will they take that for immortality? No. Obsessing about physical appearance is a waste of time. We are not saying we shouldn't care for our physical body. Of course we should. The physical body is sacred. But the way we look is passing. Question for us. How much are we attached to the color of our hair, to the color of our eyes, to our names, to our clothing? Because this will pass, dear friends. Dreaming of retirement. We know someone who was dreaming of retirement every day of her life. The day she retired, she died. We had to go to her funeral, sincerely. Why? Because we have not reincarnated to retire. God has never retired. Imagine if God decided to retire and say, "Oh, the sun is not going to rise today. I decided to take the day off." Imagine. Or no oxygen today for you guys because I'm tired. Imagine. Impossible to imagine. So if we are dreaming of retirement because we want to rest, we better prepare ourselves for facing ourselves when the curtain closes. Because every one of us, including ourselves, have wasted so much time resting in previous reincarnations that now we cannot afford to do the same. And I asked ChatGPT yesterday, how many hours are there in a week? ChatGPT said 168, I believe. And then I asked, if someone volunteers 4 hours a day, how much time is that out of a week? I asked ChatGPT. And ChatGPT said that is only 2.6% of the time. So that means that 96 something of time we have left for ourselves. So the percentages like this. Are we really doing too much? Can we really afford to dream of retirement when we don't do much at all? And how about scrolling through social media? What are we adding to our immortal selves? And playing video games all day, mamma mia. What are we adding to ourselves? What are we learning? Zero. These are symptoms of spiritual laziness because a spirit who is productive, will not allow themselves to spend hours surfing the internet. And what is a symptom of spiritual laziness? Procrastination. When we say, oh, we'll do this tomorrow. Not today. Today I'm too tired. Today I need a latte. Today I have to relax. Today I'm going to take a bubble bath. Today I'm going to go to my favorite store. Not today. Come on. So we become Mary tomorrow. Mary because I am a woman, but John if we are men. There's an actual message called John Tomorrow. That he postponed everything so much that he died in the gutter because everything was left for tomorrow. So are we John tomorrow or Mary tomorrow? Good question for us. And spiritual laziness, leaving everything for tomorrow, leads us to be spiritually paralyzed. How so? What are the symptoms of spiritual paralysis coming from spiritual laziness? Spiritual laziness is the root of all of our addictions, including the addiction to procrastination. So what are the signs? Let's see if we identify ourselves. Sign of spiritual laziness, number 1, a classic. I need to rest. I need my beauty sleep. I need my spa day in detriment of everybody else. Me first, me second, me third, me fourth, me fifth, me sixth, me seventh, me eighth, me 100th. I work so hard, another classic. We may spend 2.6% of our time thinking of others, with more than 95% of our time left for ourselves, and yet we have the courage to say that we are working so hard because we go once a month to Washington, D.C. to volunteer, if that. Right? If that, we work so hard. Oh no, I have done enough. It's like the planning of the hospital in Africa. I have planned the hospital. Everything is ready in my head. And 20 years ago, I used to volunteer. So I have done enough. Imagine if Jesus said, after 1 year of work on earth, I have done enough. And we came to him with paralysis, with blindness, with despair. And Master Jesus said, no, I helped 10 people last week, I'm done. Imagine. Or I have done enough homework, sometimes we say, because we want to escape the opportunity to grow. Or we say, I help, but no one values me. If we fall into this trap, this is called pride. We are helping not because we want to help, but because we want to be applauded or recognized. Dear friends, for many lives, we did this. We spend our days wanting to receive all the recognition of the world, all the applauses of the world. Just watch Netflix and we will see ourselves. Bridgerton, White Queen, White Princess, We were there, wanting to be served, wanting to be recognized, wanted to be treated like a queen or a king. And we reincarnate 2,000 years ago, 2,000 years later, still wanted to be treated like a queen or a king. And if we are not treated like a queen or king with the red carpet and reception, we quit. Because our pride is too blinding. And sometimes we say, I will help, but only when my life is in order. Our life will never be in order because we have reincarnated to work towards order. First, we need to acquire the merit to have an orderly life. We need to work for it. It's not the other way around. And I will help after I retire. It's not going to happen. And I will help if, or I just want to have fun, I'm too young. This is called pacific obsession. It's a subtle obsession that takes control of our minds and slowly pushes us against the abyss. So to avoid wasting time, we need immortal goals. What are they? Goals that we can take beyond this life, recognizing ourselves as children of God and others as children of God. Being useful to others by getting out of our comfort zone. So we get out of our minds and we actually help. How? Right here, right now. If someone needs help, I go help. I don't wait for someone to tell me, trumpet, please. I'm going to help now. The red carpet is here. Trumpet. Please, madame. Please, sir, help. We don't wait. We just help by getting out of our comfort zones. And we multiply the good, not for the 3 people that we decided to love the most, but for the collective good. For instance, when we start with the lunch, if we can help, we help. We don't sit and wait. Last week, there were people waiting here, and those of us who could help left. Then we say, I want to help, I want to help. And the opportunity comes and we say, not now. And we need to learn to look for the good because we are addicted to criticizing, to thinking that we can always do better than everybody else. But we don't recognize the value on what has already been done because we are not at the spotlight. Let us say goodbye to this addiction to the spotlight by looking for the good. Master Jesus is a master of looking for the good, optimistic master, giving more than receiving, learning the new always, and loving others. We need to learn to love more than those who are just next to us. Dear friends, it's an exercise for us. And we need to instruct ourselves to get there. We need to acquire new habits through instruction. We need to walk the extra mile when we can. We need to help someone from the universal family every day. This is an immortal goal that we can take for immortality. And we need to accept the resources that we have at hand, not want to change everything that God has given to us. As we said, stop leaving everything for tomorrow. And finally, recognize that we are born to learn, to love, and to serve. So last question for us today. Every day is a new page in the book of life. Every day. What are we writing in today's page? An immortal goal or a passing goal? And if Master Jesus came to us today, right now, and asked, how are you using your time? What would our answer be? Are we using it coherently or not? Let us meditate with Jesus.
Thank you, Carol. You know, this is an invitation that comes from the higher spirits to all of us on earth. Not only here, it's for everybody on earth, right? Especially now, a new season of the year is beginning. So we are almost ending summer and fall is beginning. So it's a good time to calibrate ourselves and ask, what am I planning again? Right? Because you go back to work or to school and people are already counting the days for the next holiday, which is next weekend. Is it important to rest? Let's go to the Spirit's book. Spirit's book by Kardec. Love work. Work is about being useful. Okay, but Kardec asks, but can't we rest? Thank God he asked the solution. Yes, we can. But how will we know, as Carrie is saying, how we will know when to stop working and resting and not being lazy, not procrastinating? The Spirit said, it depends on your limits. Uh-oh. So women need to sleep more than men. Science says it. Okay. Yeah. Especially moms. Because it's irrecoverable. The years you spend without sleeping, you'll never sleep well again. Right? Never. I know many mothers. So let them sleep. But remember, we need to know our limits. So if you go to school and you feel fully energized, go do your homework. But what if you come back from school and you know yourself like, I needed to recharge. With your phone, you don't recharge, okay? Oh, I need to recharge. 2 hours later, I'm still miserable, even worse. We need to be the master of our bodies. You want to be the owners, the commanders of the body, telling the body, right now, we're going to sit down and do the homework. And the body's going to say, I don't want it. And we say, yes, you will. Because I'm the Spirit and I'm commanding you. We're going to sit down, pick up the book or the computer, and when the body wants to stop, we say, mm-mm-mm. Telling from experience, okay? That technique works. The body's like a dog. I tell Loopy, let's walk. And sometimes she's stuck like a mule. And I have to hold her like this and bring her out of her will. And then I say, Loopy, you have to walk. And then she walks, she goes home. She's so much happier. So we're saying this because managing our times is key. Jesus says that time is the talisman of our lives, is the secret to success. We're going to wrap up with our passes. Today, we're all going to receive together. It's the spiritual passes. We're going to dim the lights and feel the presence of the spirit doctors, the nurses, the therapists, Let us breathe in and out. Breathing in and out. Feeling the presence of the loving and kind spirit doctors here. They love us. Their illuminated hands are touching our heads and showering us with healthy molecules, detoxing our minds and bodies at each breath. We breathe in and we feel the influx of loving molecules displacing unhealthy ones. Breathing out and slowly letting go of the toxins of the mind and the bodies. Breathing in joy molecules. Breathing out and letting go everything else that does not belong to us anymore. Breathing in and out, the spirit doctors give us a flower, one single flower. A flower of healing. Let us hold it dearly and gratefully and bring it close to our hearts. And feel that the rays of healing light from the petals of the flower are enveloping our hearts, washing away emotions that we no longer need. As we breathe in the perfume of calmness, of hope. And as part of this treatment, to really solidify it, they kindly ask us now to hold this flower and visualize ourselves handing this flower to someone in our lives, one person whom we need to reconcile with. Let us offer this flower to that person and visualize light shining more brightly onto all of us. It's the power of forgiveness. Now we're invited to open the front door of our homes to Master Jesus and his team of therapists, welcoming them. Thank you, Master Jesus, for coming to our homes and bringing these beautiful healing flowers that we place on the dining table, in a vase on our dining table. May our homes become a sacred temple of harmony. Thank you, God, for the gift of life. May the water we're going to drink be filled with energy medicine for the mind and the bodies. May the meal we're going to share be blessed by your loving presence. May we feel our sacred togetherness as we conclude this therapeutic session with you. Thank you, and so be it. We're going to keep the lights off until everybody got their water. Okay?